Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Phillies Hustle Vidcast. Today I'm joined by Jack, who's been on here before, and I'm also have a new guest, Devon. Devon, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hello, everybody. I'm Devon. I'm a pretty big Phillies supporter. Same with Jack, the other guest on the show today.
Mm-hmm. And we're here to recap the 10-2 win over the San Francisco Giants, and the Phillies won the series. Jake Arrieta only went like 4 innings today. He pitched pretty well, but obviously he has the bone spur, so can't really go deep into games right now. So he's just trying to get him through the rest of the year. The Phillies are now tied for second place with the Washington Nationals, so they are now 6 games over 500. So they are gaining some momentum in the standings, and obviously a rough night last night. So how do you feel about today's win over the San Francisco Giants? Jack, we'll start with you.
We're alive today. Very good win. Like that from the offense today.
Yeah, it was a nice explosion. Devon, you want to make any comments about today's nice win?
Yeah, I think today it was truly a turning point maybe for the Phillies. Arrieta, he was looking very good. Hopefully just no complaints about his bone spur that he was having problems with. But other than that, I think it was a very good game. There were plenty of hot bats, which of course was needed, and hopefully this will start a chain of hot streaks for some of the players.
Yeah, I hope you're right, and this is definitely something that could, as you said, get an offense going. So let's start the scoring in the bottom of the second after Michael Franco popped out in the infield with bases loaded, one out. But luckily, our pitcher Jake Arrieta hits the ball pretty hard, and when he swings, good things can happen. And I don't know why they said that Brandon Crawford made an error. I thought that ball was hit really hard. But they hit him with the error, and Remuto scored, and it's 1-0 Phils. Same inning, Hernandez hit a nice double, and Kingery and Hazley scored. It's now 3-0. Then Kingery singled to center, Harper and Remuto scored. This is in the bottom of the third, and it's now 5-0. Then Cesar homered to right, and it's now 6-0. And that was in the bottom of the fourth, and in the same inning, what was that? Anyway, James T. Remuto hit a 3-run home run. Kevin Pillar made a very athletic play. It was a nice effort, but it went off of his glove and into the stands. So, well, not in the stands. It went in a flower bed and center. So, what did you think about that home run, Jack, that Remuto hit?
It was a big home run.
Yeah, it was. He said it was a big home run for this team. And then top of the fifth, Brandon Belt singled, and Slater came around to score. It's now 9-1. Then Yarzamarti singled, and Solano came around to score. It's now 9-2. And then Roman Quinn in a home run in the bottom of the fifth inning. Yeah, little Roman Quinn doing his job. So not 10-2 your final score here. Not much else to really say. It was JT Muta was by far probably the best.
Player of the game.
Probably. By far player of the game. So nice game from JT. So let's review the box score in this one.
Dev, you here?
Yep, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Cesar Hernandez 2 for 5 with 3 RBIs. Gene Segura 0 for 3 with 2 walks. Reese Hoskins 1 for 4. Andrew Knapp 0 for 1. Bryce Harper 1 for 4 with a walk and a strikeout. JT Remuto 3 for 5, 3 ribbies. Scott Kingery 3 for 4. Had a nice day at the plate. Adam Hazley 1 for 2. He was obviously pulled from the game early. Nick Williams 0 for 1. Michael Franco 0 for 2. Jake Arrieta 0 for 2. Roman Quinn 1 for 1 with the home run. And we could look at the pitching. Jake Arrieta went 4 innings today, 4 hits, 2 runs. Only one of them were earned, 1 walk, 5 Ks. Obviously, he would have went deeper if the bone spur wasn't aggravating his elbow. So Jose Alvarez pitched an inning, 1 hit, 1 walk. Parker pitched an inning, 2 hits, 2 strikeouts, and Suarez pitched a nice 2 clean innings with only 3 hits, and Locasio pitched an inning with 2 strikeouts. And that's how your ballgame ends, 10-2 your final score. The Phillies win the series over the San Francisco Giants, as now they will welcome the Chicago White Sox to town tomorrow to start a 3-game set. So how did you feel about the series? Jack, we're going to start with you.
Since the Giants were hot, I expected 2 out of 3. I didn't expect to sweep, so I'm pretty pleased with how it turned out.
Same here. Devon, how do you feel about this series?
Well, No, I'm sorry, it's a little loud where I am.
That's fine. It's not
Well,
good.
I feel like the series, like I said before, may have been a turning point, even though we lost we lost one of the 3 games, correct?
Yes, that was true yesterday.
Yeah, I feel like it really was a turning point. We've hot bats now, and I hope that this streak can continue.
Same here, and I definitely hope we can build
We
momentum.
really need it.
Yeah, we do, and the Giants. I think I heard something today. They haven't really lost a series for a while, so that's kind of a big deal.
And especially if we want to continue being a playoff contender, I feel as though the next couple of series will really be a strong turning point.
That is true, and we have to take advantage of teams like the Chicago White Sox who come to town tomorrow. So this series is over. How do you feel about the Chicago White Sox, this upcoming Chicago White Sox series? First, I'll just give my thoughts. I think that we're going to win 2 out of 3 at least. I fully expect a sweep in this one, but if we win 2 out of 3, I will not be upset. Jack, how do you feel about this upcoming Chicago series?
I agree. I think they could easily sweep it, but they could just lose one. But I don't see them losing more than 1 game in the series.
Same here. Devon?
Well, I think this is gonna be our first couple games with Corey Dickerson, and I feel like if he can continue his strong batting average with the Philadelphia Phillies, then this might be a good season.
It will. And obviously, you talk about Corey Dickerson. Since we're talking about it, I talked about this yesterday with Phillies updates. Andrew McCutchen obviously was the table setter at the top of the lineup, and I think losing him definitely had a really big ripple effect on this team. I think adding Dickerson really, kind of is a good substitute for Andrew McCutchen. He's a guy who could make contact. He doesn't, you threw Segura in the light-off spot, you threw Kingery, and you tried Harper a little bit. None of that really worked out. So now you got another guy you could try it out with. So, Devon, you kind of gave your thoughts about Corey Dickerson. Jack, how do you feel about Corey Dickerson?
It's definitely going to be a good bat. It's going to be a big power battle for Devon.
Yeah, it is going to be a big bat in this lineup. And if he could stay healthy, then, he's definitely going to be a threat in this lineup. Tomorrow, Jason Vargas makes his Phillies debut. And obviously, I think that Citizens Bank Park is a pitcher's worst nightmare. Obviously, Jason Vargas can only top out at 85. And, he's a 5-ball pitcher. So 5-ball pitchers at Citizens Bank Park, that's kind of the worst nightmare. So I'm not really a big fan of Jason Vargas. It's not terrible, but definitely not great. So how do you feel about the Jason Vargas deal, Jack?
Well, I think we'll be all right. Won't be anything special.
Agreed. Devon?
Well, I feel like anything at this point, any pitcher is something that we can use. And I feel like this really might be the guy that we need.
I would agree with you. It's definitely an upgrade over Eflin. So, throw him in the bullpen to get some more depth. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's an additional guy in the pitching rotation, and of course, I don't think we can do more harm than we're doing.
No, yeah, that's so true. But are you? If you had to grade it from 1 to 10, I'm going to give my thoughts on this first. Do you think that Matt Klentak did a bad job? Do you think he did it okay? Do you think he did a good job or bad job on the trade deadline? I would probably say I'd probably give him around a 6. The pitching, he did a horrible job with the pitching. I don't want to say horrible, not a good job with the pitching. Could have done a hell of a lot better. And with the offense, just Dickerson's a nice player, but that's all you're going to get, really. So I'm a little, I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent. Yeah, I can go either way. How do you feel?
Yeah, I'm like a 5 to 6 because he definitely didn't upgrade the pitching as much as most of the fans would have liked.
Agreed.
I mean, as of now, it's looking like he was right about Drew Smiley.
I like Drew. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's been very good his last 2 starts. He did good getting Dickerson because he only had to give international money up. It's fine,
yeah.
I think.
And a player to be named later, so it's cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Devon, how about you?
Well, I feel like Klentak, of course, you're going to have mixed opinions with him. Either everyone loves him or everyone hates him.
Right.
But
yeah.
The organization spent millions of dollars in this offseason. I feel that Klentak and Kapler, they both sort of overlooked the pitching staff to just look for big power hitters and sort of big names. And that is what they got. They got McCutcheon, they got Harper, and even JT, small stars. But I think they just overlooked it.
I agreed. And obviously this team is underperforming, but let's assume everyone was playing to their potential. And if you take out the starting rotation, do you see us being a playoff team if Harper was playing like an MVP and everyone was playing up to their potential? Even
absolutely.
I agree. I would definitely agree with you. So, do you think? So this is obviously. I think we're going to make this relatively short because one of my guests actually has to make this a little shorter. So I just want to be courteous to him. Do you think that this is a temporary thing for the Phillies? Do you see this? Obviously streaks can't last forever, but do you see this kind of continuing on in the next series, Fall 4?
Yeah, White Sox aren't like a great team, so there's no reason why they should at least 2 out of 3.
I definitely agree with you, Devon. You agree with that?
I hope it. How this season's been, there's been our ups and downs, and I really hope we can continue this streak. The team really just doesn't have the connection that they should. The players we're a playoff contending team, even without McCutcheon, even without a pitching staff, really. But the players just aren't having the bond that they need.
I'm with you on that, man. I don't think the club. I don't think Kapler's doing a good job running the clubhouse as he should. And as I said, I've criticized him a lot. I'm not a Kapler fan, as many of you know. So, how do you feel?
Bullpen session right now.
What was that?
Vargas is throwing a bullpen session right
that's
now.
Cool. That's cool. Yeah. Well, you better do well tomorrow. So he's going against the White Sox. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. So let's talk about the teams in our division. Washington Nationals, obviously, have just been playing okay baseball the past week or so. So do you see us finishing in second or third place? Obviously, I think the division, the Atlanta Braves, I think, are a lock for the first place in the AL East. But do you see us? Obviously, us and Washington are kind of in a battle right now. Who do you see finishing on top in second or third? What was that?
I definitely see Washington falling off towards the end.
Me too. Devon?
I think that they're going to second. I think want them at first, but I think the Nationals are going to fall down to third, and the Atlanta Braves will
agree.
Be first.
I would agree with you on that. So, do you see us? I see us making the playoffs. Do you agree?
Yeah, I see the one.
Yes.
Yeah, I think the NL East is a little out of reach now.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. We've really dug ourselves into a hole. So before we go, I just want to talk about how do you guys? We're just going to make this like a quick 2-minute thing. How do you guys feel about this crazy trade deadline with Zach Greinke going to the Astros and all these big blockbuster trades that were made? Jack, we'll start with you.
I honestly think the Greinke one was out of nowhere.
It was out of left field for sure. So I was shocked by the price that the Astros gave up for Zach Greinke. If you think about it, I'll make a video about this, but Garrett Cole obviously is probably going to walk in free agency, so the Astros are thinking that maybe they could just get Greinke as kind of a replacement for him. So if you lose Garrett Cole, it's not much of a loss because you still have Greinke. So I definitely see their
the best was Puig getting traded and then just fighting.
Yeah, man. Was he suspended in that?
Oh no.
Nah.
He'll definitely be.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he's definitely a wild animal. So, Devon, how do you feel about this trading deadline?
Dev.
I'm sorry, guys. We might appear to have lost Devon here. Okay.
Am I still here?
Yes, you're still here. You're still here.
Okay. Well, to be completely honest, I wasn't following the trade as I used to, but other trades there are a lot of big names that are in.
There were a lot of big names.
Or at least the second half of the season with different teams and new players to watch out.
True. That is true. So it's definitely going to be an exciting second half. Well, we're already in the second half, but it's definitely going to be exciting, after the post-trade deadline type season to see the new players with their respective teams. So, the Mets, I don't know what they're doing. They're so far out. I don't care if they're on a 6-game winning streak. Let them have their little fun right now. Who cares? We saw them do this last year in the second half where they started to wake up again, and then they just were other, crap, when it really mattered. So I could literally give two craps about the New York Mets. So they could just go off in the sunset as they do every year. So I'm excited for, maybe a series win maybe a series sweep this weekend. So, guys, thank you so much for coming on, Jack and Devon. I really appreciate you guys having on. Devon, Phillies Hosto debut.
Thank you. I hope to join you guys again.
Oh, yeah, you certainly will. Yeah, guys. Obviously, Jack has been, pretty regular guest here on the show, but Devon, obviously, the first time. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. Social media link in the description below. Please give it a follow. Thank you guys so much for 100 subscribers. Yeah, hit that subscribe button. Please tell your friends about these videos. Thank you guys so much for 100 subscribers. I really, really appreciate it right here. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. I am Luke, and I'll talk to you later. Let's go Phillies.